What's up, everybody? We are Black Pumas. I'm Adrian Quesada.
And I'm Eric Burton.
And we are here for What's in My Bag, home/studio edition.
Let's get into it. Let's do it. My first record, I guess I'll go first. Well, Adrian offers Smoke Up to the Gods. Quite appropriately so for my first record. I've got an Alice Coltrane record. Tariya Sangeetananda. Say that 3 times fast. Yeah, I chose this one. It's special to me for the fact that Alice kind of reminds me of my mother. Just her voice and her spirituality is like really, I don't know, it's kind of something that I attribute to my mom. And my favorite, I guess, on this one is Journey to Sachidananda. Say that 3 times fast. Journey to Sachidananda. Almost sounds like Japanese or something, but yeah, like she's great. I love Alice. Yeah, so check that one out.
And then my first record in my bag is Roberta Flack's First Take.
That's no way to say goodbye.
It's probably the record I have cried to, laughed to, loved to, probably cried to more than anything in my life. And I discovered this when I was in college. I think somebody turned me on to it, but I go back to this one. Good times, bad times. A lot of times where I just kind of need to let a good cry out. This is the one that'll do it.
Dope. Like that. Dig that. Speaking of digging, I've got the What's Going On record by Marvin Gaye.
All things and what they
One of my favorite tracks on this record is Mercy, Mercy Me. Marvin Gaye just clearly has like one of the best voices ever. Voice of an angel. Plus, like, I also just like really dig this album art, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's so dope.
Mm-hmm.
And he was always fly. Mm-hmm. You remember like when he sang the national anthem?
Yeah, you showed it to me. I'd never seen that yet.
So dope. Yeah. So yeah, check it out. Marvin Gaye. What's going on?
Next in my bag is Temptations' Solid Rock.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone, and she's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away.
I picked this one up solely because somebody showed me their cover of Aint No Sunshine by Bill Withers. And I heard it and it just blew my mind. I'm a big fan of when people cover a song and really do something totally different with it. And man, they just completely take it to a different place with the vocal arrangement. I mean, it's not even a recognizable song until maybe halfway through. So I got that solely on the strength of this song, but I actually love the whole record.
Yeah, my next one is an album by the Kinks, Powerman, Lola Versus, and the Moneygoround.
Strangers on this road we are, but we are not two, we are one.
This album was gifted to me by a really good friend of mine, Josh Blue, who's also on our record a couple times. And yeah, one of my best buds. He was moving out of the house we stayed together in, and we traded our favorite records. I gave him a Chuck Berry London Sessions, which is so cool because I don't know that today we could put a song out called My Dingling. So yeah, we would cruise around his El Camino listening to that and just kind of doing our thing. But yeah, the Kinks, really great album. We did a cover of Strangers during the NFL season, Super Bowl. So yeah, really dope record. Thanks, buddy.
Strangers on this road we are on, we are not two, we are one.
All right, so my next record is by Jose Chepito Areas. I don't believe it has a title. I can't really read here.
You got to be very careful, or you could be very dead.
But it just a self-titled album. He was the original percussionist for Carlos Santana Band and played on all the classic stuff, played on Woodstock and from Nicaragua. And a good friend of mine who is his nephew and plays percussion, we actually just played with him and did a taping named Jose Galeano, turned me on to this record. He was the one that was like, you'll love it, man, trust me. So I actually looked it up and I found it at a record store in Austin back in the day. and it's just amazing, man. At the time, I was just discovering this intersection of like Afro, Latin, funk, psychedelic, rock, and soul, and everything, and they were just at the forefront of that. And it's not one that a lot of people, I wouldn't have known, it wasn't on my radar until Jose told me about it. But it's just nasty. The guitar's awesome, the percussion's awesome. One of my favorite records.
Yeah, let me borrow that one. I got one more. So this next one is an Aldro, pretty much like a cover album.
My gift is my song, yeah. This here one's for you, just for you.
I chose this one today for the fact that I'm a vocalist and try to be as creative as possible the way that I emote, with our stuff. And Aldro does like one of the coolest covers of Your Song, which was captured on this record. And I don't know, I just really like the way that he inflects in a very jazz, no bars hold, no boundaries context, generally. He just takes that song and just does something really amazing with his voice. Clearly a fan of rhythm and drums, that he uses his voice in a way that, a drummer might play the drums. So I thought that was very cool and really dig this guy. So, yeah, shout out Al. Thank you so much. Uncle Al.
My next record is, and I think you got that in London, right?
Yeah, I got that in London.
Segue.
Yeah. So dope.
I actually picked this up in London. It's a Roots bootleg. I don't even remember how I just saw it and was just like, oh, this is cool. It's a Roots record. I didn't realize this was like a total bootleg. And I've had this for a long time, and I used to love it. It's all these kind of like random recordings of them. I think some of them are like at radio stations and stuff live, and it's super raw, and they're like jamming more, and they're kind of freestyling more. There's like these kind of random freestyles, and as I was kind of grabbing some records for this kind of fell out. I forgot I had it and was like, oh man, I forgot. So maybe it's a weird flex that I'm holding a Roots bootleg, but it is really good. If you can find this, I recommend it. It's old school Roots, very old school.
It's a dope looking album too.
Mm-hmm. Looks super low budget.
Yeah.
So he just printed that.
It kind of reminds me of the art to this a little bit. Anyway, yeah. Thank you all for joining Black Pumas for What's in My Bag Home Edition. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. Peace.